Hi, I'm Joy Lieberman, and I am one of the lower school art teachers.
Awesome. This is your last show at SPA as you're retiring after this year. Why did you choose wandering and branching out as the themes for this final show?
Well, when I found out I was going to have a show, there was an idea that had been kind of revolving around in my mind, and that was that I'm so in wonder with nature, and one of the aspects is something that I have seen and noticed in many different places, and that is branching.
Right. Do you have a favorite piece from this collection? If so, why is it your favorite?
My favorite always seems to be the one that I'm working on at the time, although there are some that I love more than others. I like my tree. I love my honeybee. And, sometimes a painting just, you labor over it and labor over it, and sometimes a painting just kind of grows out of you.
Yeah.
Another thing about this wondering is my seeing the connection in who I am inside my little cells and my lungs being just like a tree, and how we're all, the whole universe is connected in so many different ways, branching just being one aspect.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to move this a little bit closer. Sorry. Do you have a favorite show or theme that you've explored artistically during your time here at SPA?
Absolutely. My favorite show of my whole life, my favorite theme was my apple a day. It grew out of just painting one apple for half an hour because I wasn't feeling well, and turned into 365 apples.
Wow.
And it was a really fun exploration of learning just how wide a subject can be, and for such a simple object.
Yeah. Has any of the work that you've done with your students inspired any of your art or any of your paintings?
It's always both ways. I am continuously inspired by my students, and I think that the ideas I have inspire me to do certain things with my students. So yes, there's always been a connection there.
Yeah. How long have you been working on the paintings in this collection, or the different pieces?
I began working on these pieces 1 year ago.
All right. What's the longest time you spent on any of one of these paintings?
Well, I like to say when people ask me how long I worked on a painting, my whole life, because it took that long for the idea to come out of me, and then I had to decide how I wanted to paint it, and then go through the actual work of painting it. Some of the paintings, though, if you want to know like days and hours, I probably spent more than 30 hours on some of these paintings because they're very intricate.
Many of the paintings in this collection have a lot of like rich, complex colors and compositions. Why did you choose this specific color palette or color scheme?
Well, these paintings are all based from reality, so I'm just looking at, I'm very much an observational painter, though actually this is some of my most abstract work, even though it's based in reality, and so then the colors come from reality.
What made you decide to like go in a more abstract direction for this collection?
I realized when I started working on this theme of branching that even though, for example, Mount Everest, seen from Google Earth, is Mount Everest and the glaciers, if someone didn't know that, it looks like just a lot of colors and shapes and branching forms. So it was kind of going out on a limb for me. I'm not an abstract painter at all, but it seems like as abstract as I've ever thought.
Yeah. There's this piece right over here that includes branches or other materials other than paints. What inspired you to use these materials or kind of deviate from using paints?
Well, I feel that this show is a little bit scientific, and I love that connection as well, that an artist can be a little bit scientific or a scientist can be artistic. And I'm a collector and a forager. Wherever I go, I'll pick up a bone, or if I find a butterfly, I save it. And so these are all just things from my collections that represent branching or fractal patterns.
Yeah. Are there any other pieces of artwork or aspects of science that inspired this collection?
No, I think it was just my process of what else branches and seeking and searching, and it's all related to earth science or physical science, or I don't know that much about science, but I know I just love the natural world.
Yeah. What was the most meaningful part or like the best part of working on this show?
Well, there's always a sense of putting yourself wholeheartedly into a project like this. And though you feel a bit vulnerable, I think being able to share it starting today is probably the best part.
Yeah. What are you hoping for viewers to get out of these paintings or experience?
I hope that they experience the connections and see that, a brain cell that's this tiny is related to the universe.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about this collection or the process or your time here at SPA?
Well, I'm very appreciative of the opportunity to show my work in this gorgeous gallery, and especially for the community that comes to celebrate with me.
Yeah.